before that, before coming to womb, he was a parrot. It is described in some places that he was parrot of Radharani. So he was relishing in Krishna Lila, but somehow rather than pastime over, Radha and Krishna, they finished their pastime, so that Sukha became so unhappy, he went to Himalaya. He said, I can't stay here. So Himalaya, so in Himalaya, in one place, in Amarnath side somewhere, is staying in a... So Lord Shiva, he was, by the asking of Parvati, he was speaking Krishna Katha to Parvati. Parvati asked Lord Shiva, you are Bhutanatha, you are the real master of the whole universe. Why you are so much busy? Sometimes you are sitting for chanting for thousands and thousands of years. What you are doing? Whom you are meditating? So then he said, my Lord, now just speak something about him, who is he, how is he? So then Lord Shiva started narrating Krishna Katha. That is first Bhagavatam is spoken by Lord Shiva to Parvati. A private matter in their bedroom. Privately he was speaking. But Parvati, being a lady, so after some time, she fell asleep. So then that parrot was hearing the nectarian Krishna Katha from the lips of Lord Shiva. Then the parrot thought that Mother Parvati is slept now. So Lord Shiva said, oh, she has slept, so now tomorrow we will do the class. Better he will stop. No, then I can't hear. So he imitated, because when Shiva was saying, you hear? Even if he was showing his sound. So Tota, he was a perfect imitator. The Tota was imitating the sound of Mother Parvati, and doing, so Shiva thought, oh, maybe he was sleeping, but she is hearing. So he continued the Katha. So Lord Shiva continued the Katha. Then after some time he said, hey, he is snoring. He is slept. Who is making a sound? Lord Shiva heard that the parrot is aptly listening. This fellow, you are imitating and you are playing with me. Lord Shiva became angry. With his trident, he tried to kill him. And parrot was running and Shiva was after him. Running, Shiva was coming. So when that Vyasadev's wife, Javali, she was sleeping, without no voice, how can somebody get free from Lord Shiva's angry? So went inside the mouth of Mother Javali, the wife of Vyasadeva. So went inside in a small form. So Lord Shiva went to the Vyasadeva, oh, I want that bird. Lord Shiva, oh, how come Vyasadeva, oh, you are Lord Shiva, why come you are so angry? Now I want to kill that bird. Now why? What happened? What blunder he has done? What crime? Now what crime? A crime. He heard Krishna Katha from me. Is that a crime? If somebody hear Krishna Katha from a person like you, is that a crime? No, yes, it can't be crime. It is the supreme boon. How can it be crime? Now then, why you are killing? Oh, I am sorry. I should not kill him. I should give him boon. Thus he should become a Brahmagyani. He should be interested in impersonal Brahma. So he Shiva gave boon and went out. So that Sukha in the Garbha, he totally free from material essence, totally absorbed himself in Brahma. Because by the boon of Shiva, he became Brahmagyani from that period. And he was not coming because he said, I am okay here. I am not interested in this kind of attachment, material attachment. For 12 years he was not coming out. And just understand in 9-10 months what happened to a woman when is they are pregnant. And for 12 months, nowadays in high school boy, he is wearing motorcycle in 12 years boy. And he is inside the belly, he is not coming out, but he is full growth. Young boy is not coming out. So Vyasadev's wife totally in a very distressed condition. Vyasadeva used to always pray, and he was hearing, talking inside also. Oh my dear son, please come out, your mother is suffering like anything. He can't get us, please come out. So he said, my dear father, I am okay here. I don't want to come out. Why you can't come out? You are so nice. Now I am fearing from Maya. I am fearing from Maya, so that's why I don't. Arey Maya, I am Vyasadeva. I am incarnation Lord, I am this, that. So I am giving guarantee. I will make you full-time brahmachari. I will not make you married. So please come out. No Maya. So then Sukadeva Goswami told from the from the womb. He said, my dear father, don't mind. You yourself is in the grasp of Maya. How can you make me free from Maya? I have no faith in your words. What? You are defying my words, even not taking birth even? No, don't mind. You are like that, so what to say? I am Brahmagyam from the beginning, but you are not like that. You are not realized. Okay, you are realizing, you are writing and doing something, but I am already realized. So Vyasadeva get fed up. Then, how can you come out? Now, if somebody can give guarantee, who is really free from Maya, if he can give guarantee, he can take care of me, then I can come out. If I am not, then who is there? Who is more powerful than me? Oh, my father, you don't know? Note down the address, I am telling you. So, Vyasadeva note the address. He sent a message, SMS to Vyasadeva. So, okay, go to Dwarka and call Dwarkadhis. So, he is the Mayapati. He is the owner of this Maya. If he can come, he signed the agreement, then I will come out. Because I know he is the only owner of the Maya. So then Vyasadeva, all the went without reservation, he went to Dwarka. From Badrinath, all the way to Dwarka. So there was no train and no plane and no car available. All the walking and beg, please come, this boy is too much. Please come, if you sign the agreement, affidavit sign, then he may come out. Then Krishna came out, Dwarkadhis came and he signed the affidavit and he told, my dear boy, please come out. I am giving guarantee that you will not be affected by my Maya. Okay, I am coming. So then he comes out. He was almost 12 years old, 12 plus year old, and come out. When he comes out, he didn't see behind whether my father has some mustache or not. My mother is black and white. He never saw them. Just upeta karma, even the nadi cheda, nothing happened. The janma sanskar was not happened. He start moving, start walking. And the father Vyasadeva was behind. Oh my dear son, ha putra putreti tanmayataya taravo vinedu. Only the, so Vyasadeva was like that. So that is the Brahmagyani stage. And when he went to the forest, Vyasadeva became unhappy. Then he met Narada. He said, I am too much distressed. I wrote Mahabharata, Ved, all these things, still why I am dissatisfied? Now because you have not glorified Krishna as you should be. Cleanly you have not done. So please write Bhagavatam. First meditate on the Lord, in and out, and then describe his pastime without any tinge of karma, jnana and dhyana. So then he write Bhagavatam and he sent some trend of his disciples to speak in forest. He was thinking, maybe my dear son will do. So the Aho Bakiyam Stanakala Kutam Jinghasaya, that how merciful the Lord is. Putana, that which he come to kill Krishna in a guise of mother. And Krishna gave him the post of mother, stepmother. Stepmother, the Palita, that Dhaima, nurse, gave her the post of nurse in the Golak Vrindavan. How come? How merciful, such a merciful. So Sukadeva Goswami get attracted. Some personalities, they are that much merciful. And then another, then he come. Then he asked the people, where from that you learned that verse? Now our Guruji. Who is your Guruji? Then he note the address. Then he thought that, how come somebody can be so merciful? Then they told Vyasadeva that some boy came naked and he was asking. Then Vyasadeva understood, he is my son. Then he said, one verse, now no more verse. Then he that, when the enchanting form of Lord Krishna, that Vibhratavasan, that verse, when Krishna was entering to Vrindavan, that famous verse they told, Barha Pedam Natavarvapum, that verse. So by that the form of Lord is so nicely described. So by that, Sukadeva Goswami, that's it. Who is that person who has such a nice enchanting form, and who is he that merciful also? I want to know more about it. Then he come and started studying the Bhagavad course. He got admitted into the Bhakti Vaibhav course.
That was a short version of